Hello and welcome. My name is Karen Williams and I have created a 4-part series, Beyond PowerPoint Essentials Ultimate Customization. This is part 4 where I will be sharing with you how to use the screenshot tool and creating a photo album in PowerPoint. Part 1, here is where I shared with you how to create custom themes and custom slide layouts. Part 2, I showed you how to add some animation to your PowerPoint charts. Slide 3, we took a look at working with creating custom slideshows and rehearsing timing. What I would like to share with you here in part 4 is how to use that screenshot tool that is now within Microsoft Office. As I go up to the ribbon, within the Insert tab, you will see that there is a group called Images. And within Images, here is a tool called Screenshot. Now, there's actually 2 buttons here within this screenshot. So as I click this drop-down arrow, what this screenshot tool is going to allow me to do is either I can copy all or a portion of a screen. So the visual that you are currently seeing here, these are various applications that I have open behind PowerPoint. And where I would like to go is I'm actually wanting to copy an image from the internet. So here is the image. So on this internet page, I can see that there are lunch menus that I could copy. There's several up here at the top, and then I have this large one right here in the middle. But within PowerPoint, I need to make sure that I have a new slide where I can insert this screen clipping to. So let me just go ahead and go back to the Home tab, and within Home, as I click the New Slide drop-down button, take a look. We've seen this area before when we worked within the master to create new themes as well as new layouts. And the one that I would actually like to select is the one on the 3rd row, 1st column, called Title Only. As I click on Title Only, I'm just going to type in lunch menu, and I would like to see a lunch menu on this page. When I go back to my Insert tab, I see the menu which is on the internet that I would like to copy. Now, when I click on this internet window, what this one is doing is it's copying the entire screen within the internet. This is not what I want, but notice you can see the URL, and then I can see all of the additional lunch menus. But the one that I want is just this large one right here. So I'm actually going to undo that command by using Control Z. Control Z is the keyboard shortcut to undo. Now, because I just want a portion of the internet window, that is when I go back to the Insert tab. From the Screenshot tool, when I click the drop-down arrow, at the bottom left, there is an additional command called Screen Clipping. And I really wish there was a pair of scissors right here to show you that you could cut just what you want, but that's what we're getting ready to do. As I click on the option Screen Clipping, take a look at your background. Your background has become opaque. It's frosted over. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my mouse pointer and I'm placing it at the top left of the image. With my mouse, I'm clicking, holding, and dragging to the bottom right corner of the image. And as soon as I have the image selected, just the section that I want, when I let go of the mouse, Microsoft automatically takes that image and it places it on the slide. And that's exactly what I wanted, just the one simple image. So with the Screenshot tool, you can either select all or just a portion of your screen. So you do want to make sure that you have the window already open. The next topic that I'm going to share with you is creating a photo album. I'm going back up to the Insert tab on the ribbon. And when it comes to creating photo albums, we've all had your standard photo albums. You have images taken, you put them in a book, and you share them throughout the years with friends and family. But let's say that your job requires you to take pictures of your products. You need to display those images and send them to clients or coworkers. And here I've already collected multiple images. As I go to photo album, my option right now is just to create a new photo album. Notice edit photo album is not available because I have not created the photo album to begin with. So as I click on new photo album, a dialog box pops up. And let's just take a look at this area just for a moment. I have the option to insert picture from file or disk. And I recently had someone ask me what is a disk. And yes, they were rather on the young side, so disks did exist. Then, once you insert your pictures, you have the option to insert a text box underneath it to provide a label. In the event you would like your pictures to be black and white, we can make these changes. Because I do not have any pictures selected, there's nothing to preview. So let me go ahead and click on File. And from File, I already have my PowerPoint folder created here. And I'm just going to click on any one picture. And because I would like to randomly select various pictures, I'm holding the Control key, and then I will click on just the pictures that I would like to include into this PowerPoint photo album that I'm creating. So again, I'm just scrolling down, selecting the various images here. Now, once I have all of my images selected, I'm just simply going to go ahead and click on the Insert tab. And as I click on Insert, you will now see that a few more options are available. Just a moment ago, all pictures, change it to black and white, that was not available. And then the layout features were not displayed. At this point, it looks as if I have 11 pictures. If for some reason I decided that I wanted to go back and add another picture, this is the time to do it. Do it now. Don't do it later when you've already added formats to your pages. So I've added yet additional image. And here, this is Miss Taylor. I would actually like Miss Taylor to be at the top of the list. I have a couple buttons that allow me to move the pictures up or down within the list. And each time I click this up arrow, you can see that Miss Taylor is moving up in the list. For any reason, if your images need to be rotated, you have the option to rotate your images. And of course, if you ever need to change the image quality, add some lightness, some darkness to the images, you have those options as well. Now, let's take a look at the layout section. And the one that is set by default, the picture layout, fit to slide. That will be one image per slide. However, if I click this drop-down arrow, you will also see some various options. One picture, two picture, four picture. The difference between fit to slide and one picture, fit to slide is going to fit from top left to bottom right of the slide. But one picture is going to fit in a placeholder that has been specified. The option that I'm looking for is not here. I would really like to be able to put 3 pictures per slide. But because that option is not available, I'm going to go ahead and choose 4 pictures per slide, and then you will be able to see how simple it is to add a slide and put 3 pictures per slide. Once you determine how many pictures per slide that you want to add to your pages, then you have a few different shapes to choose from. Now it may not be all that obvious, but notice the visual over here to the right, the mini, that's showing you what it's going to look like. There's rectangles. In the event I want rounded corners, or I may decide that I want a black frame around all of my images. And then you have the option to add a theme. If it was a birthday, a wedding, various events, you could browse through your themes and put a theme on your slides as well. But let me go ahead and click on Create. It's going to take just a few seconds to create the photo album. By default, it will place your name within the placeholder, and I could rename the photo album. Over to the left, you will see that I have 3 slides, and each of the 3 slides contain 4 images. But as I was mentioning earlier, I really want just 3 images per slide. So let me go ahead and click on slide number 3. From my Home tab, I'm moving up to my slide group, and I'm just simply going to insert 1 blank slide. Here is where I can pick and choose which images to add to the new slide. As I click on slide number 1, I'm just going to cut any one of the pictures. As I click back over on slide 4, I'm pasting by using the Control V command. Let me go back to slide number 3. Control X will cut the picture. I'm clicking back on slide 4. Control V to paste. And then one more slide contains 4 pictures. The last one, cut this one, Control X, and paste it on slide number 4. Now each of my slides contain 3 images. As I look up at the title bar, it is currently called Presentation 3. I need to go to File, and I have the option to Save As. However, take a look at this information bar over to the left. It's giving me information about this photo album. However, because I have not saved it, there's no information. And also take a look, as I move over to the right within the Properties area, it's indicating that the file size has not been determined because it has not been saved. There are a total of 5 slides, 0 hidden, and some additional information about this project that you're working on. So let me click on Save As, and I'm going to call this Back to School Album. I will save it in the folder in which I've opened up my other presentations here. Now, I see that the title has changed, Back to School Album. When I go up to the File command, I now see that there is information about this document. It indicates where the document is being stored, as well as the file size. So at the moment, the file size is 665 kilobyte. In the event you took the first series, PowerPoint Essentials, I shared with you that it's very important when you are working with PowerPoint, if your file sizes are rather large, what you can do is compress your images. And so how do we compress images? First of all, I'm clicking on any one image. And as I move up to the ribbon, I see that a Format tab has appeared. From your Format tab, a group over to the left called Adjust. When I compress my images, it is going to allow me to reduce the file size. Now, as soon as this dialog box pops up, it indicates you are going to compress only the image that is selected. Well, no, I would really like to compress all of the images within this presentation. So as I uncheck where it says apply only to this picture, as I uncheck, it's now going to compress all images. And this presentation, I would like to email it to a client or coworker, so I'm choosing the option 96 pixels per inch. This is typically what you would use for emailing. And as I click on OK, once I click on OK, I want to go right back up to the File button, and within File, when I save, you will now see that the file size has been reduced by, what, 2/3? It was 665. Now it is 197. So keep in mind, be sure to compress your PowerPoint presentations if you're using lots of images. Now let me share just one more feature with you. When it comes to working with your PowerPoint presentations, your photo albums, I do have the option to resize my images. And as I resize these images, I can also think about your standard scrapbooking. You have stickers, you have borders, you have various objects that you can add to your pages. And I'm just going to make a couple changes to just 2 slides. I do want to share with you that in the event you make various changes to your presentation, and then for some reason you decide that you want to go back in and add some more images or various objects, what happens is PowerPoint is not going to keep your slides in this particular order. So let me duplicate this star just for a moment. And what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of style to my slides. I'm putting in various objects. But what also happens is PowerPoint tries to help you out. And there are times where we don't need help with PowerPoint in a way where it's going to reformat your document for you. So once again, I'm going to save this, Control S, save it. As I save it, I'm going to take a look at File. I notice my file size is 198 kilobyte. My little stars and my background took up a little bit of space. But at the last minute, I just remembered that there's one additional image that I want to add to this presentation. You will find that you are on the Insert tab and my photo album. Earlier, I did not have the option to go in and edit my photo album. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in and click on Edit Photo Album. This same dialog box pops up. Here I could also rearrange different images if I would like, but I decided I need to go find one more image. And as I click on the option to insert various images, I may decide to add captions below all pictures, so I will put a check. And you will find at the bottom right corner, once you've gone back in to edit your photo album, you've rearranged pictures, you've added a few more pictures, you determined to add captions. I could also change my picture layout. And as I click on Update, look what PowerPoint did. This is one of those situations where I didn't want PowerPoint to help me. It rearranged my images. It put 4 pictures on my slides. In some places, it put placeholders on my slides instead of pictures. And now look at all my objects. My objects are still there, but PowerPoint put them on a different slide. So where I'm getting with all of this is, make sure that you have all your pictures within your PowerPoint presentation first. Be sure that when you choose Photo Album and you edit the photo album, put all the different features in here that you would like to see, then go back through the presentation and add your rectangles and your stars and various backgrounds. Now you can do what you already know. If you just want to insert one picture, instead of choosing the photo album edit, I can just simply go to my picture command and insert a picture. From here, this is not going to rearrange all of my images. Let me save this one more time. And as I click on File and Save, here it is. It's up to 399 kilobyte because we added a couple more images. With any one image, always toward the end, I'm just simply going to go back and compress all of the pictures, set it on the email option, 96 pixels per inch, As I save this presentation, when I go back up to file size, it did reduce it just a little bit more here. But each time you add more and more objects, more and more images, it is going to increase your file size. So all in all, with Ultimate Customization, working with the screenshot tool and creating photo albums, I hope this video will help you when you need to work on your next project, adding screenshot tools and photo albums. So thank you for watching.